This is Tank's Vlog for March 20th, 2019. Wrapping up today in sports. Spring has sprung. And with that, of course, I got my Met tickets today. 20-game plan as usual. Saturday games. Going to be lots of games this year. I'm going to try to do something this year, so keep your eyes out. Is part of my workout regimen. I'm going to try to walk around Citi Field every game I go to, so I'll be exploring the different parts of the stadium, so you might be able to catch me here and there before I get up to my club and to my seat. So keep your eye out, and I know we'll be seeing a lot of games this year. I got the 20-game plan again. I like that this year I'd be able to get early entry as part of my plan. So that's going to be good. While the Met season is still a week away from beginning officially and 2 weeks away from their first home game, there are some baseball games wee early in the morning up there in Japan as the Mariners take on the Oakland A's. It's going to be interesting to see if this is Ichiro's last two games. I know Ichiro has decided to come back. Don't know if he's going to play the full season, though, but the word is he's going to play these two games in Japan, and if that's how he ends his career, that would be a fitting way to end his Hall of Fame career. And of course, he's going to delay his Hall of Fame entry by playing these games, but I don't think it really matters that much. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. No lock. He's a two-lock Hall of Famer. No-brainer. So, let's see how that works out. And hopefully, Ichiro has a couple of big games in Japan for the Mariners. That will be a fun way to see his career at least come to a fitting close. Now, as baseball is beginning, that means the NCAA tournament's here. And the first four began on Tuesday in Dayton. Now, Dayton's become the home of the first four. Now, I've always had mixed feelings of the first four. I'd rather have it be a 64-team tournament. A 64-team tournament like the old days. But these have been some fun games. Today, it was Fairleigh Dickinson. Probably the only way they would ever win an NCAA tournament is in a first four game. And today, they rallied to beat Prairie View A&M. So, Fairleigh Dickinson now moves on to face Gonzaga. Of course, if you think Fairleigh Dickinson has a chance in that game, you are fairly ridiculous. Later, it was Belmont. Belmont, who's been in the tournament 7 times. This team has basically, since 2005, ruled the Ohio Valley Conference. We're one of the top teams in that conference again this year, but lost the championship game. But today, they with an at-large bid, the first OVC team in 32 years to get an at-large bid, Belmont rewarded the committee's giving them a bid and went out there and beat Temple. Now, they had a little bit of a scare in the start of the second half as they blew an 11-point lead, but once they found their game, once they got back on track, they ended up winning the game. So your finals today were Fairleigh Dickinson, 82-76 winners over Prairie View, and Belmont. Belmont beating Temple 81-70. Don't be surprised if Belmont goes on a little bit of a run. Every year, one of these first four teams has won at least one round. And quite a few times they've even gone to the Sweet 16. I think Belmont has a good chance to go to Sweet 16. In the NBA, the Nets. This road trip that they started. We're 0-3 to start, and they were looking at 0-4 right in the kisser as they trailed by 28 points in Sacramento. However, D'Angelo Russell caught fire in the fourth quarter, scoring 27 of his game-high 44 points, as the Nets rallied to beat Sacramento 123-121, moving up back above 500, 37-36. So as the playoff race comes down to the last 10 games, that could be a huge win. They still got 3 games on this 7-game road trip, but after starting 0-3, they needed this win badly. Elsewhere in the NBA, it was the 76ers swatting the Hornets, so that helps the Nets a bit. 118-114. It was the Rockets downing the Hawks 121-105. Giannis Antetokounmpo sat out Tuesday's game, and it was not an issue as the Bucks beat the Lakers 115-101. It is clear as day that the Los Angeles Lakers have checked out this season. Pathetic. Pathetic. But I just got one thing to say. Elsewhere, the Warriors, they came out to play beating the Timberwolves 117-107. Karl Anthony Towns, another big game, 26 points, 21 rebounds, but he has no help at all in Minnesota. It's a good thing the Final Four is in Minnesota because that's the only time that good basketball actually gets to be played in the Twin Cities. And it was the Clippers 115-109 winners over the Pacers. Let me see, get a quick look at the standings. Yeah, that win just about eliminates the Lakers from any playoff contention. Meanwhile, the Nets are still in 7th place. So that win was huge for them. They have a 3-game lead over the Magic for the last playoff spot. So, big things happening as the NBA season comes down to its final days. NHL, the Devils just had a disastrous season. Came back home and lost 4-1 to the Capitals. With that win, Washington moves into first place because the Islanders facing the Bruins absolutely got throttled at Nassau Coliseum today, 5-0. It was the Rangers 3-2 winners over. It was the Red Wings 3-2 winners over the Rangers. It was the Canadiens beating the Flyers 3-1. The Hurricanes, those bunch of jerks, won in a shootout, beating the Penguins 3-2. Hurricanes looking good for a playoff spot at this moment. It was the Blues behind a big game from Jaden Schwartz, beating the Oilers 7-2. The Maple Leafs, their struggles continued as they were blanked by the Predators 3-0. It was the Avalanche downing the Wild 3-1. The Stars shined brightly in Dallas as they beat the Panthers 4-2, and the Flames toasted the Blue Jackets 4-2. Looking quickly at the NHL standings, as that also is in its final days. The battle for the wild card spot is a tight one in the East between Columbus, Carolina, and Le Canadien of Montreal. And in the West, it's an even tighter battle with Dallas, Arizona, Minnesota, Colorado, and Chicago all tightly grouped in the wild card chase. Today's 3 stars are D'Angelo Russell, who had that incredible fourth quarter in the Nets' big comeback win in Sacramento. Jaden Schwartz, 3 goals and an assist as the Blues beat the Oilers. And Darnell Edge of Fairleigh Dickinson as the Knights of Fairleigh Dickinson fairly ridiculously got a win over Prairie View. Amazing. Today's birthday shout out goes to the man with the slicked back hair. Still running the Miami Heat. Got his fame, of course, as coach of the Lakers in the 80s. Had a brief run. Boy, it's hard to believe. It's been almost 25 years since he left the Knicks. High and dry. And I'm talking about Pat Riley, who turned 74. And we take a look back to 1954, when LaSalle, yes, LaSalle won the NCAA tournament. Tom Gola was their top player. Tom Gola, by the way, had the record that still stands, 2,200 rebounds in the NCAA. I'm shorting him, actually. 2,201 rebounds for Tom Gola. So check out the full story of LaSalle's NCAA championship at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.